Hello viewers, myself Kaushik. Today I am going to cover a topic on 10 tips to new age engineers. Why I said new age engineers? Because if you take like 5 years before, 2012, 2013, 2010, that period, the expectations from industry, the expectation from recruiters is different from the engineers. But now the expectations have exponentially increased from the engineers by industry people or recruiters. This point I was keep on telling. Why? Because you have to be equipped, otherwise you'll be end up doing some menial jobs. So still tier 2, tier 3 engineering colleges, they are not getting these points. So that is why I'm making this video, right? So coming to the first point, try to maintain percentage or GPA. This is also fading away. Nowadays companies are not looking for GPA, your programming skills or your projects. But if you want to go for government companies or any consultancies who are working as third party for government companies or PSUs, they are still looking for percentage. Or some big companies where the percentage of applications are more, they are also looking for percentage to filter out things. So it is always good to maintain 65 percentage or 3 GPA. So it's not the case for all the companies, but if you maintain, then you will be in the safer side. Then the second point, network during college. This is very important. There is important or very famous quote, who you know is more important than what you know. Why? Because networking gives you so many opportunities. Networking, let's suppose you are doing course in electronics and communications. You have friends in mechanical, you have friends in computer science or IT or civil. So if you are interested in those areas, why don't you connect with them, and why don't you people work on a project which combines electronics, mechanical or computer science like that. So this is one thing. Why? Because nowadays everything is in programming. So it is always good to have friends from other fields, learn from them. That is one thing. And one more thing is alumni. So your seniors who have been passed out from your college or other colleges, you always connect with them. Why? Because they are in good positions, or they are in good companies, or they have their own startups. They can help you in your future. Second thing. Third thing is, there are so many online communities like Facebook. If you go, there are so many communities in so many other fields. Otherwise online also, if you go, there are so many communities. Be a member in the community, learn from them, and you do something for yourself. So networking plays an important role. Create a network in LinkedIn, that also will help you. So if you are good in networking, if you know people who are working in different areas, and if you find your interest in those areas, try to connect with them and try to create some opportunities for yourself. So this is the second point. Coming to the third point, internships. Internships will play an important role. Why? Because nowadays the resumes are filtered based on what kind of work you have done, or what kind of project you have done, or what kind of internship you have attended. Why? Because if you attend internship, you'll get to know the work culture, how you work in an organization, how you work in a team. That shows, if you have done your internship, that shows that you have worked in a team, you have undergone some organizational prospect. So internships plays an important role nowadays. As I have already done a video on internship. You can always check in my YouTube what kind of internships are there. So there are some few companies who are just giving the coursework as internship. Please don't attend those. Attend the internships which gives you some work, and you work on that. There is as early as you can do. In the second year itself, people nowadays, I see in few colleges, students are doing their internships from their first year only. You might tell that, say, in first year we don't know anything. See, internships are not only in programming, are only in hardware development. Internships are in story writing also. Internships are in drawing also. Internships are in advertising, marketing, sales. See, why don't you do it? Why? Because as an engineer, you should not only have the engineering skills, you should have the business skills, sales skills, marketing skills. In these 4 years, you have to explore what you have in you. So that gives you the internship. Try to do 2 or 3 internships in your 4 years course so that you can understand about yourself and you'll understand about your strengths. And coming to the fourth point, work in teams as much as you can. Why? Because if you work in team, then only any project or any work you have taken up will be done in a fruitful way. Why? Because if you work in a team, so much of brainstorming will happen. If you take an idea, you all 4 or 5 people will sit together, discuss about it, what are the advantages, disadvantages, how you have to approach. 5 different approaches will come, and then you again brainstorm yourself and stick to one idea. In that idea, there are again different fields will be there. Who will be taking care of designing part, who will be taking care of software part, who will be taking care of marketing part, who will be taking care of documentation part. So these kind of things will get to know. If you are working in team, then also you'll understand what's your strength. See, it is always important to know about yourself. See, once you come out of your college, it's like okay, my friend is doing some course, let me join that course. Otherwise, my cousin has asked me to do this course so that he can refer in his company, you do that course. So that's all gone. Those days are gone. Know about yourself. In this 4 years only, you should know about yourself. What are you strong at? So these all points will help you to understand about yourself. Okay, so working in teams will help you to know about yourself, your strengths, so that you can always enhance your skills. Otherwise, you can get your new skills. Then attend few design thinking and business classes. This also plays an important role. So there are so many design thinking courses or business courses online. You can go to YouTube or you can go to any online platform. You can get these classes. Why these are important? Why? Because if you are not with those skills, like how design thinking should be there, this will help you. And nowadays, engineers, the expectation, as I said, the expectations from industry or the expectations from recruiters have changed. They are expecting so many things from you. Not only coding, you should have other skills also. So business classes also will help you a lot. Why? Because if you make a good product and if you are not able to sell it in the market, it's a gone product. So try to focus on these classes so that you have some knowledge. You might be good at programming, but having these skills will help you a lot. Coming to the sixth point, take summer classes. Most of the students, when I was in my engineering also, I used to spend my summers like doing nothing, eating and enjoying with friends or watching TV or online games, something like that. So as the expectations are changing, try to take some summer classes, which will help you a lot. So you can build your resume in a different way. Why? Because if you take few programming classes, see, I'm not telling only programming. Let's suppose you are not at all interested in engineering courses. Why don't you take up a course on story writing skills, or why don't you take up a course on some designing, or why don't you take up a course? Let's suppose you are in ECE, you are interested in programming. Why don't you take up a course? There are NPTEL courses are there, MIT courses are there, so many online courses are there. If it will be good if you do some summer courses also. So be productive in your summer. Don't waste. At least 1 hour or 2 hours. If you take, it will be good enough. Then develop a portfolio of projects. I was mentioning it. Do some projects which gets results for you. Try to upload them in GitHub. Get that link, paste that link in your resume, so that whenever you upload your resume, it will help you like anything. You get internships when you do all these things. You get good companies. You get placed in good companies if you do all these things. So develop a portfolio project. Let it be small project. Do it yourself. Keep it in your resume. It helps a lot. And then figure out which companies you want to work for. This is also important. Say, it's not that only service-based companies are there. There are so many research-oriented companies are there. So many startups are working in building new technologies like AI, virtual reality, augmented reality, blockchain. Why don't you look into those things? IoT. Why don't you look into those things? Like, what's your interest. You find out what's your interest, and then you look online that which companies are working in those areas, and try to look into their websites. Let's suppose if you are interested in communications, go to Qualcomm website, look for the profile, look for the products what they are working on, look for the job descriptions what they are asking for. If you go to any website, they'll tell you what programming languages you should be aware of, what kind of subjects you want to learn, and what are the requirements from you. So figure out what's your interested area, and in that interested area which companies are working. Go to those websites, look for all the opportunities which they have provided. Then, yeah, this is very important point. Most of the students, they don't know. Some companies will pay for your masters. There are few companies, and my students, they join those companies. They support you to do your masters. They support you in paying your fees for your masters. Like if you have joined a company and you work for 1 or 2 years, there is an opportunity for you to enhance your skills by doing masters in some university. Yes, there are big companies who will support your masters. At least they pay 50% fees for your masters. After that, you come back and join the same company with your salary hike. So this opportunity you have to explore. It's simple. Go online, search for those companies, or ask your seniors, ask your alumni. So they'll tell you which companies are providing this kind of service. It will help you a lot. And then the last point is practice good time management. Very easy to tell on board, but time management plays an important role. Where in time management? Use your summers well. Use your years, like first year, take some internships, do some projects. This plays an important role. Why? Because if you don't do these things, then you are not a new age engineer. The companies, one more point I want to add up. Nowadays, persons are not looking at your resumes. Systems are looking at your resumes. People will provide some keywords. If you upload your resume, system will read. They as per the keywords, they'll read, and then just they throw off your resume. So be good at your resume. Thank you very much.